But now we've actually got these set up. So these guys are doing glass, metals, paper. Can we make anything else in the forestry? Are we even making paper? We are making paper. Okay. We could do plain timber just to give this one a test. So let's do planed timber. And we'll see if this actually gets used. I'm kind of excited to see if it does. This guy back here actually needs water as well. Okay. Let's do that then, just to give him some water. And I'm kind of excited. I'm really curious to see if this actually works. We actually do. Well, that's actually no. That's a police car and a recycling truck heading out there. But nonetheless, that's vehicles heading out there at least. So that's a plus. That is something. Garbage trucks and police cars. It seems to be exclusively garbage trucks and police cars right now. But I would imagine that eventually that would change, right? Especially if I got rid of the other warehouses that we have. I would assume that would change. I'm also thinking if we go into here, what we can do is say, you guys sort of stick to those lanes. You guys sort of stick to those lanes. And then I can't really converge all of these into two different lanes, but I mean, you go there, you go there, you go, I don't know. I don't know the best way to do this. I'm just thinking of ways to maybe have the traffic flow a little bit better without traffic lights. Although I guess they don't really need traffic lights, do they? I can't imagine there's going to be enough traffic to warrant there being traffic lights. But you never know. I suppose you never know. Oh, hello. What are you doing? You work at the large one. So you work here. That's fine. Do we need workers in these? Oh, we do. We absolutely do. We have a decent number of them, though. And we actually, yeah, we're getting deliveries. So, I mean, vehicles are heading out onto these roads. And they'll filter out into the city and do their thing. All right. Okay, well, that's a start. I mean, I would assume we're going to need to seriously up the production across the board to see this thing get used really efficiently. But that is a start. That is something. Where are you going? So you are returning to facility. So did you make... Wait, do we have a delivery? What are you doing? You're delivering goods. What are you doing? You are exporting goods. Okay, so we have got exports. I realize we don't actually have a means of getting people to the train stations without having to go past at least one of the factories. That's a little awkward, but I guess we're going to have to just deal with that. I think that might just have to be a thing. But that's okay. I mean, I'm curious, all right? I'm curious to see what happens here. Because there's access to all the factories. I mean, these guys they're storing timber? I want to say they're storing timber. I think they might just be exporting timber. Yeah, they are. That's fine. That's okay. As long as we have traffic actually using this, I'm okay with that. You know, that's all right by me. That is all right by me. As long as traffic's actually using this place, I'm not too worried. Because I guess it is a bit out of the way, isn't it? And I guess we are probably going to need some other things in here and just more production in general. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's head out here and let's say you are not going to be... We really aren't making much in the way of metal, are we? We have a lot of ore around, but it seems like we just don't have enough. I don't know. I'd like to try and fix that, though. I'd like to try and get some stuff going on out here. I'm also thinking I'd kind of like to see about doing some industrial zoning out here. So what if we were to change you and you and just change all these bits of road up to the curves? So up to there. And up to there. And then just throw a bit of industry in here. I think that could be an idea, just to get a bit more traffic flowing. We could probably do some resource stuff out here if we really wanted to. I don't really want to, though, so we're probably all right with that. Could do some industry over by the... Could do some industry over here as well if we wanted to. I think I might at some point, but we'll just leave it for the time being. We'll let these guys all build up. They'll all have power connections, which is fine. And traffic will come out here to work at some point. So this is fine. This is good. This is, working, I guess. I guess eventually we'll see stuff getting stored. I think the traffic probably just has to get out onto the highways and do its thing. Steel products as well. We probably want storage for those. We have got metal and glass out here already. We don't have much of it. So what if we were to say unique factory products go in there and in there as well? Since we're going to have a lot of those factory products anyway. That seems like it would be an idea. So we'll see if that works out. And we'll see if we can get, again, you know, more traffic sort of coming in and out of here. It's such a mess from above, but I'm actually quite happy with it. I kind of like that. I kind of like that it is a bit of a mess. Where are you going? So you are important forestry products. Okay, so you're actually, yeah. I mean, we're gonna have traffic going around here. That's fine. That's okay. We're gonna have people working here, going to the warehouses, doing whatever. That is fine by me. I think we're just gonna need more manufacturing, more products, more forestry, more mining, more of kind of everything. So let's get more of everything. Let's get more mining out here. I mean, we can't do another one of these yet. What do we need to upgrade this place? We need more workers. Right. Okay. In that case, if I was to bulldoze this and say, you know, I want some ore storage, can I get it around here, or is it going to be like, nah, you can't do that? It seems like it's going to be like, nah, you can't do that. But I mean, let me lower some land here to get some soil. And then let me level this out a little bit, right? And then ore storage. Yeah, there we go. So that's kind of what we want. And it can go right there. Now, obviously, that's a bit of a mess, but that's okay. We get some ore storage. We get 17 workers out of that. That's okay. Back here, we could do something, probably. I mean, we have glass manufacturing. We have ore grinding. We have ore industry workers barracks. We could throw some of those in, because those, like a barracks will give us workers. So, I mean, maybe a barracks up there. That'll give us 40 more workers, and that will hopefully fill up fairly quickly. Hopefully. We are getting a little bit of demand for, oh my god, the traffic. Oh, wow, the traffic, though. Yikes, that is rough. That is a bit rough. I wonder what the best way would be. You know what? I'm not even going to look at this. I know traffic's bad here, but again, oh my god, it's bad here too. Oh, it's actually just not moving here. That's interesting. Yeah, I think it's fair to say that this whole area does need an upgrade at some point. I think that's a fair assessment. So hopefully, you know, hopefully we can get some designs, hopefully we can come up with some ideas, and hopefully we can get something good out there. Because we definitely don't have it yet. That said, we are seeing some traffic coming around here, even though a lot of it is... Oh no, that is delivering glass to the large warehouse. Not bad. Not bad at all. So you're heading out, you're gonna drop it in the warehouse and go about your business. There is a giant spider, that's completely unrelated, giant spider just walking along the wall behind my PC right now. It is going into the acoustic foam tiles I have in the wall. And I think after this video is done, I'm gonna burn my studio down. Okay. Alright, well, my evening has taken a turn, but that's okay. You know, unexpected twists and all. As long as it stays away from... Oh, it is getting closer. It is moving fast. Hold on, I'm getting my chute. Hold on. I'll take you with me. I can move my microphone. Spider? Come here. Come here! Hiya! Oh, God, it fell! Jesus! Ah! Oh, I think it's on the floor. Oh, I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is, but I've made it angry. I think I've made it angry. Oh, God. All right, well, we're going to get back into City Skylines and hope I don't die by the end of this video. I'm not, by the way, I'm not like allergic or anything. It's not like a deadly spider. It is just a common spider that you get in the UK. I just really don't like them. I don't want it to touch me. I don't want it to look at me. I don't want it to think about me. I don't want it to be anywhere near me. I just want it to go outside and, you know, get a life or something. I don't know. What do spiders do? You know, whatever, do spider things anywhere but here. Go find a friendly neighborhood nerd to bite. Oh God, that's me. Go find someone else to bite. That's, oh, yikes. All right. That is, that's my reaction to every spider in here. The amount of times, spiders and flies, the amount of times I've walked around my studio with one shoe on and one shoe in my hand trying to murder a fly is ridiculous. It's seriously ridiculous. I've done it a lot. I can't stand them, man, because they start like buzzing around you and stuff while you're recording. It's like, get out of here. What are you even doing? It's so annoying. Anyway, we have a little bit of glass stored. We have unique factory products. Well, we have a little bit of plain timber, a little bit of glass, no metal, and no paper. Oh, we could totally do forestry out here if we wanted to. We could get like a nice big forestry area out here, but we need a different connection for it, which is kind of a pain, so I don't know if I will do that. How's this going, by the way? Like, does this road actually work? It seems like it sort of does, which is good news. That's always nice that these roads are actually working. That is a solid plus right there. All right, well, if that's working, I guess we just need to go to industry and figure out how to get more of it. Like, this place is still only 2 stars. It needs 4 more workers. It's got 40 in there. It's got 14 in there. All right, so we need something else to provide workers to this space. Can I get another mine? I actually can. Okay, let's throw another mine in there then. There we go. So that'll hopefully get some workers kind of soon. And here we go. We can get a rotary kiln plant, an electronics factory, a seabed mining vessel, and a medium ore mine. All right. So the medium ore mine would be great, but what does the kiln do? It takes ore and turns it into metal, but I guess it just does it more efficiently. It is a big factory as well. Does it have to be inside the... It needs to be placed inside the industrial area. Okay. Well, that's fine, because it can totally fit over here. Slope too steep, never mind. Yeah, it can totally fit there. I mean, it's not going to be the most pretty looking thing, but it fits, I guess. What if we were to do a little stretch of road for it? So sort of like a dedicated little bit of road for the factory. Yeah, that works. So yeah, we'll throw that in there. That'll produce metal, and that can be exported. We are ruining this beach right here, but that's fine, probably. Anyway, we'll have the rotary kiln factory there. We also got this medium ore mine, which I would love to use. It is going to be a lot more efficient. I can actually put it right there, which looks a bit weird on a hill, so let's not do that. And let's instead, like, put it here or something. Technically, the road is blocking. Oh, no, hold on. There. So we'll put a mine up there, and around it, I'll do some detail to make it look like it sort of blends in, right? So we got like a rock. We got other rocks. We got like this big thing. We got other slightly darker colored rocks. Something like that. We got almost a hill right there. So that looks, you know, that all kind of blends together better. So something like that. And, you know, now the mine actually looks like it belongs there. Alright, so that'll produce a bunch of ore as well. That actually does need water, though, so let's just try and fix that a little bit. So there you go. So that's now going to produce nearly 10,000 ore, which is exactly what we want. And if we go to factories here, we have the electronics factory, which uses plastic, glass, and metal to produce electronics. The printing press uses plastic. How do we make plastic, though? So that's a bakery. That's household plastic, which uses petroleum and plastic special goods. That's not what I want. Toy factory, lemonade factory, clothing factory, petroleum refinery, car factory, food factory, sneaker factory, modern modular house factory, shipyard. How do I make plastic? So the furniture factory doesn't do it, obviously. We have a furniture factory. Hold on, we have a... Okay. The bakery is... I mean, that's a bakery. Industrial steel needs metal special goods for the production and packaging. Produces special goods. Household plastic. I mean... I don't know how we make that. Can we not make plastic? Interesting. I wonder if we have to import those. That is a possibility. That is a solid possibility that we just have to import plastics. Because I guess in a way we are technically... No, hold on. It'll be here, won't it? It'll be oil. So we'll turn the oil into... Probably... That's petroleum. This is... plastics. Yes. So a petrochemical plant will make plastics. We need oil industry to make plastics. Now, oil is quite a bit down here, which is interesting. That's very close to the residential area. There's a lot of oil over here. Annoyingly. And there's a lot of oil over here. Now, over here actually seems like a good spot. The only issue is it's very far away and doesn't have a highway connection anywhere nearby. That's kind of my problem. So, I mean, there's oil up here too. And that does have a highway connection nearby. So what if we were to build some kind of like oil facility up here? It's all gonna have to be offshore. That's the only problem. Like, it's all gonna have to be offshore rigs and stuff like that. But even with that, that might not be the worst thing in the world. So let's go ahead and say... let's lower the water out here a bit. Just lower the land. Give me this. Let me flatten this all out quite a bit so I can just get some soil, which we got. Let me... Where's the oil again? So oil was here. Right. So what I want to do... Grab this height of terrain and flatten this all out. And what I can do is I can build something here. We can build a nice straight road. We can put some oil rigs on it. And we can have a grand old time, basically, is what we can do. So just flatten all of this out. We'll bring it out into the water a little bit. Just so we can have almost a really nice, you know, flat shoreline there. Really nice straight line. We can do keys on this as well. So that way we can really get that flat, nice and straight shoreline. So there we go. Just all the way like that. And that's where all the oil rigs can go. So what I'll do is I'll go in here, we'll go to here, and we'll grab a key. And it is basically going to need to go pretty much like that, if I can get it nicely. So that'll work. I think that'll be big enough. Actually not really. Maybe bring this out a little bit further. So up to about there, and what we can do is go to the water and say, you know, just flatten that all out a little bit. So something like that. And it's obviously, it's not perfectly flat, but it is perfectly straight. So what I can do alongside this thing is just throw an avenue on it, basically. Now the avenue can go back a little bit from it. I don't want it to be right on the key, but it can just go in a nice straight line down to about there. And that's where all of the oil stuff's going to go. So that'll be perfect. Let's go ahead and paint out the industrial zone then. So it's going to be on the road. It's going to be out into the water. And it's pretty much, it's just going to take up all that space. I'm just going to paint something quite rough here. And then I'll tidy it up in the usual way. Straight up. Oh, this is apparently a sector. That's interesting. Straight up and straight across, straight down and straight across. There we go. And then just fill in the middle bits. And we have a nice, let's say this is the, I guess the oil sector. So there we go. That is now oil sector. And we just need to get the oil buildings on here. So I don't know if I want to do one-way roads. I don't know if that's the thing I want to do. Let's just do two-way for the time being. We'll have it loop around and go to there. Actually doesn't fit at all. That's great. All right. Let's just do a road like this. Why does that not work? Oh, it's going to be because that's going to be a weird length of avenue, isn't it? Okay, so we want to go, we don't want to follow guidelines. We want to follow the unit lines so that this works perfectly. We'll go 11. We'll go the whole way along, down to there, fits perfectly. Okay. So we're probably going to want to split this up a little bit. So let's go 30 and some vertical lines. Let's go 30 and some vertical lines there. And let's go, let's do 20 and a vertical bit. And that seems like it'll be enough roads to sort of have this area flow really nicely. As for the oil rigs themselves, I mean, we're going to need the oil building, which unfortunately doesn't fit in there. Of course it doesn't. I guess we need to go further. So instead of 11, we want to go 12 here. That's great. Just perfect. So, let's get rid of you. Let's go 12. Let's go down to here. Have these roads continue through, and then we can put this building right there. So now we've got the small oil pump, oil sludge pyrolysis plant, and small crude oil tank farm. All right. So these things are properly tiny, these little pumps here. But what we can do with those, I guess, is we can't put them there because this actually isn't going to fit properly. I guess, let's see. If I was to do that and that, obviously looks a bit weird. We can connect those together. That's fine. We'll do a little one-way road here, actually. So something like that. We can actually get away with doing a bunch of these little pumps just in here. And they're actually gonna, I mean, these will produce a lot. These will produce a lot of oil. Like serious amounts of it. Like they're 4,800 each, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 48,000 right there. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I don't even want to do the math. That's over 100,000 units, though. That is well over 100,000 units. The storage tank is quite sizable, actually, which is good, because we're probably going to want that. So let's get a storage tank there. And that is... what size are we looking at that thing? Let's also change these roads out. So that thing is... 270 to the end there. So 270 there, I think, is where I want this. Yeah, there we go. So a couple of storage tanks is fine. We've got this, which will produce petroleum, which is actually quite a small factory, which is great news. So we could go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. And do another little road there. All right. So that right there should be honestly a pretty solid addition to this whole space. I reckon that'll be really good for it. Let me do that, let me do that, and let me do a little path just sort of up the middle here. I just want it to look really dirty, so that's why I'm using these paths. It always works out really well with the nature reserve paths there to make your industry areas look kind of filthy. Because that's kind of what we're going for. So we'll bring this all around, we'll connect it all together, we'll give it a water connection just out there. And I guess the highway connection can be kind of simple, really. So bulldoze all of this, bulldoze all of you. And we'll just throw in the usual kind of thing like this, just a big old trumpet interchange. I think we're going to have to get rid of some of the train track, though. But just a plain old trumpet interchange, I think that's what you call it, should be fine. We'll flatten out a bit of land here. Flatten out a bit of land back here. And it should fit really nicely, which it does. And then over here should be really easy as well. Now let's see, can I get this to work without looking nasty? Here's hoping. Let's see, bring you up to... I mean, I guess that works. That's not really perfect, but... I mean, I guess it works. It'll do the job. I mean, I'm not too worried about it being perfectly neat. This right here, I think I'm gonna just turn into, an avenue right away. I think that's gonna be easier. So from here, we want to get a... I think we'll go with the industrial one, just because the industrial one's quite fun. And we'll immediately go... Turn off guidelines, and we'll do 5. We'll go for a fairly sharp curve, because that's always good. And we'll just bring the highway straight into it like that. And that ought to work. Only change I want to make is, let's see here. Close you, bring you, and say you go left, you do not U-turn. And then you go there, and you go there. All right. So then we just bring this road along, we connect it up, and then we have an oil industry, which is perfect. It's obviously, I mean, it's a bit of a long road, actually. I didn't quite realize just how long this road was. Let me change you out as well. I'm gonna go for something that looks a little more grimy, I think. Just along that main road. We'll change the rest of it up eventually too, but right now that's fine. Bring you out to here. Bring you to about there, and let's see what kind of curve we can go for here. I like that. I think that's pretty good. It's a bit steep, but that's probably alright. That's probably not too big a deal. Unless I can smooth it out a little bit, which I reckon I probably can. So go to there, and slope. Okay. That's slightly better looking. It's not much better looking, but it'll do the job. I'll tell you what we'll also do, just for the sake of irony, is we're gonna throw some wind turbines out there. So there we go. That'll give them power, that'll give them water. And we have an oil industry. Simple as that. We're honestly probably gonna want some cops out here, actually, because this is quite far out. So maybe a little police station there, and a little fire station there, and a wee little road just behind them, just to box them in a little bit. And then a wee little road just up between them, just to keep the aesthetic of this place being kind of grimy. So there we go. That ought to work out, though. So these guys are going to be complaining that they can't make anything right now, but all of these are now producing. Every single one of those things is making oil right now. And then, yeah, there's the trucks for it. So the trucks are going to be storing it, and there's a lot of room to store it there. A lot of room to store it. In fact, that's ridiculous, is what that is right there. That is actually quite ridiculous looking. But the good news, I might actually have to move these. I'm gonna move these because they are gonna cause problems being right there. We'll have them sort of on either side of that, and I guess just leave that space open for the time being. Immediately, oil sector's leveled up. Okay. Crude oil storage cavern. Almost read caravan. Not the same thing. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we got then. So the petrochemical plant makes plastics. That is what we want. We want to make plastics. So that can go. We'll do one there, and we'll do one there. And then I guess do a road. All right. So then what I want to do is I want to turn off my road guidelines. I wanted to... My voice is getting... My voice is destroyed right now. I don't know if you can hear it that clearly, but my voice is having a really tough time right now. We'll do that. We'll do that. Can I get another one in there? No? All right, that's fine. Do that sort of thing, do that sort of thing, and there we go. So that just sort of surrounds it quite nicely. I think I might be a little bit cheeky and be like, hey, let's throw one of these in here. I could throw a larger one in there, actually. That's probably all right. So there we go. That'll produce even more oil. Don't know what we're going to do with this space over here, though. I guess that could be oil industry workers barracks. Oh, I could fit 2 of those in there. We are going to be doing that. They're 15,000 each, like, but we could totally do it. We should probably also just put an oil power plant out here. I feel like that would make a lot more sense. I really do. We might actually do that. But there we go. We'll throw a barracks there. And let's just see if I can do a thing here. So I want to go ahead and do a regular path there. And a regular path there. With this going that way. And this going that way. And then, yeah, we can put another barracks on this side, and that'll be perfect. It'll fill up the space really, really nicely. Now, a lot of you guys are heading out with your oil. I think what I'm going to have to do is, since we're making plastics now, and petroleum, technically, is say, you store petroleum, you are going to store plastics. It's going to have to dump the previous resource, which is probably not going to be difficult because there's not a lot of it. But then what we can do is actually have these things, you know, essentially look after themselves and get filled up really, really easily. So that, I'm actually really pleased we got an oil industry so quickly.